It was day 8, and we were camped at Roger Peak Trailhead along Hell's Backbone. The view from 9,000 feet of the surrounding canyon was incredible. Boy, was it cold. Fortunately, the campsite was well exposed to the rising sun, so it would warm up fairly quickly. Today's destination was Cala Top in Grand Staircase-Escalante National Monument. We planned to drive through left-hand Cala Canyon, but not before a stop in the town of Escalante to eat lunch at the Circle D Eatery.
It is day 8. We are leaving our campsite here at Rogers Peak Trailhead. This morning we are headed to Escalante. We're going to eat lunch there at a little restaurant we know about. It has great fish tacos. And then we'll stop over at the Grand Staircase-Escalante Visitor Center and pick up a permit to camp in there for a couple nights. So Matt, what was the official cold temperature last night?
Last night we got all the way down to 19 degrees Fahrenheit, our coldest night yet.
Well, we stopped at the Escalante Visitor Center. We learned that left-hand Cala Road is closed due to damage from flash flooding. So we're going to drive Smoky Mountain Road partway, and then there's a crossover between the two.
While it was a cold start to the day, it turned out to be an easy drive. We had a great meal at Circle D Eatery, delicious fish tacos, but we were disappointed that left-hand Cala Canyon was closed. Regardless, we were looking forward to tomorrow. It would be our last day, but we would head out on Croton Road, a favorite of ours from past trips, then head towards an exit at Big Water, with a short side trip up to Kelly Grade on Smoky Mountain. There it is, a perfect image of the human rat race.
It is day 9. We are headed out to Big Water through Grand Staircase-Escalante on Croton Road. Lake Powell off in the distance there. It's our first view of it as we're driving along Croton Road. Can't really see the lake from here, but you can see all the interesting rock formations that are around it, the buttes and stuff. Beautiful view out to the right here as we drive along Croton Road.
Deep right up here. It's pretty badly eroded on the left. That big rock in the middle of the road. Well, this is yellow light. This is spectacular. Isn't this nice? And when you get up here where I'm at, if you look at your 2 to 3 o'clock, you can see Lake Powell peeking through. Road. See the smoke up there, can't you? Wow, yeah, look at all the smoke.
Matt and Chris are walking towards the burning hills. It is an underground coal fire that has probably been burning for centuries, probably lit off by a lightning strike. This fissure right here, we can feel heat coming up from it and smell the coal burning. Of course, there are the burning mountains in the distance.
taking a little spur here. It goes to a campsite that Matt and I had stayed at before. We are at Smoky Mountain Road. We're just going to go up here too. There's a nice viewpoint up here. Get a good view of Lake Powell. There's the town of Bigwater, end of our 9-day adventure.
It had been 9 incredible days in less traveled areas of southern Utah. The timing to see the fall foliage had been impeccable. The weather, though cold on some mornings, was generally very comfortable. The fellowship and solitude that we shared by adventuring into lesser-known places was a wonderful experience. And, as usual for this group of friends, we drew up more plans for further explorations of the wild and remote places of this amazing planet.